Well, the minister in charge of northern Uganda, that is Kenneth Omona, his history dates back to Acoli district in a sub-county called Bagwere, with some kind of mixed, sad and happy, past, who among the Acholi people who went to Iteso during the LRA war to hide or to seek refuge. I used to doubt Omona, thinking, does this guy love his people? Does this guy have that intelligence? Omona has proven that in the Rochopayo. There's something that I always wanted to come up with, but I feared many people would criticize, especially the Christians, diehards, or the religious diehards, they would criticize. That is the epitome of the suffering of the Acholi people, though the beginning of the suffering of the Acholi people. And some of them are even locked into the foundation of Uganda. It made some people to feel like Uganda is their own country. This is not a tribalistic statement. From the word Uganda, and we have a tribe called Baganda, meaning they just say, okay, let's cut the B off. It's Uganda. We all know one thing, that the Acholi people resisted the British colonialists. And this is what Kenneth said. He said, Acholi started during the time of British. It is the British that started bringing these problems. And now here I'm to confirm and give him a tick that he is wise, he's intelligent. I'm not the person who decides who is wise, but according to my personal opinion, he is very wise. To speak that boldly in the Rochopayo 2024, Aristo Leadership High School, and to come up with such a thinking, because many people don't analyze history. Many people don't analyze the white man theory. As it is said, until the lions get their own historians, the hunt story will always glorify the hunters, and that's what is happening. Well, we know that we resisted the colonization, that is not only Chief of Lamoi, there was also the Paimol rebellion. Stronger rebellions were there, and actually others were not even written, but they happened. Actually never wanted to be colonized, never wanted to bow down to the British colonialists. And the same way also, a number of the Acholi people refused Christianity because they had a traditional religion. And that's why in Uganda, statistics shows that there are still a total of up to 1 million traditional religion believers in Uganda. For those who love Africa, that's so amazing. Because now, when we take a look at the number of chiefs, I've ever spoken about this, the number of chiefs who were killed by the missionaries working hand in hand with the colonialists for refusing to accept Christianity. No, the thing is not only Christianity. Even other religions, they did bad things. Islam and the rest. They enforced, these are things which are not written to you. They are not. They teach you just something. But then you have to pay more money, like in Google Scholar and the rest, then you get those articles. There are a number of Acholi traditional chiefs who were killed in what is called Gangming in Kibgum. I still don't know the present day Gangming, but I will go and find the present day Gangming in Kibgum. The method of the killing was they hang you in a public show. They hang a traditional chief in the neck while the subjects or the people, like for example, if they choose the one of Powell, they hang you while your people should be clapping their hands. Should not be crying. If you also do anything like showing love or emotion for the person, you will also go. They take you. Not only that one, there are some chiefs whose throne were taken and replaced with the people who are lenient to the British or who are lenient to the colonialists who work hand in hand with the British. Some people, their family were destabilized through the connection of the wife's family and the rest. And some of them, their chiefdoms were amalgamated, were trashed and put under a certain kingdom. Like Powell was existing. I don't know if they're still there up to today, but I think they have been amalgamated because of the colonial influence. You see, there are a number of chiefdoms in Acholi which needs to be reawakened peacefully because they were just forced to be combined under a chiefdom which were lenient to the British rule of law. So the British found that Acholi is a complicated thing, very, very complicated, and they did not love Acholi. But the fact is, Acholi wanted their liberty. They actually wanted their own way of life. Because even it is proven by United Nations that the civilization of Acholi was ahead of the Western civilization. The examples are many, like the alternative dispute resolution, like Matafut, the Agat. Well, some rules of engagement in war that don't kill women. When your enemy comes and apologizes, they must for you to forgive. You see, those are the examples, the brief examples of how far the Acholi civilization had gone, and that's why African Initiative wants to adapt it. Many people are now graduating with it. That's what Owendolo said. A number of people are graduating with Oxford University, universities which produces powerful people like Harvard University. They graduate with PhD in Acholi alternative dispute resolution. That's how far the Acholi people were ahead. Now, it was not a comfortable thing for the whites. Like when they said in Rachopaja that he had it onto what Kenneth Omona said that the British had even cut off northern Uganda from Uganda. It was not there in the map of Uganda. They wanted to deal with the collaborators. Then the reason that they changed their mind, it was because there were the Belgian warriors in Congo, and there was another one also, I'm not forgetting, that they needed some help and alliance from Acholi in order for them to maintain their colony, that is Uganda. So you see from the foundation of Uganda, the name Uganda is just Buganda. That is a fact. Because the Baganda collaborated. I'm not talking anything against the Baganda. But the fact is they collaborated. And that's why the foundation of Uganda favored the collaborators, those side of the Bantu. So you get to realize that even the capital city, what major reason would make Kampala be put capital city? Most of our imports does not come from the ferries in Lake Victoria. No, they used to come through railways. The capital city put that side, which is not the central, and now geographically is not the central Uganda, but it is politically central Uganda now. The central Uganda, you know, is around areas of Lake Kyoga. You see? So, that is another favoritism which was put. Then when we go to the nature of the cash crops, those other people, they modified the genes of coffee to suit their area. Ours, they did not modify. And the banana, ours, they brought cotton and tobacco. You hassle it. That's already economic difference. And then when we go to other things, like the coming of Obore to become the first prime minister. That's why Obore is coming into power is not very prestigious across Africa, because actually there is nothing he fought for. We saw the Mau Mau rebellion, we saw the Hehe rebellion. Actually, the person who would have been put there should have been the likes of Chiwawech if they had papers, or somebody coming from the line of those of Chiwawech who resisted. If it was a true resistance, if it was overthrowing colonial government from Uganda really, then it should have come from a resistance or riot or a kind of demonstration. But this was all from those who were like British master. They were obeying the British master. Obote was inclusive. All those things were games. They were games. As Africans, we need to speak the truth so that we see what we are and we get to know what should be corrected. Obote was put there because they know that the Acholi, the Madi, the Alur, Lao and the rest were going to be very happy and start trusting in the agreement, the colonial agreement that was left behind by the colonialists in Uganda. To be implemented by the Obote new government. And then we got excited. Our son is there, and so on. And all the rest of the Declaration of Independence, which represented favored British, like companies registered via UK doesn't pay tax in Uganda, and that's what most of the Indian companies are doing, and so on and so on. If a president starts going against those things, you will see those of Museveni, they will not temper. If you start going against, they will take you off power by force. They will influence with this. So there are doctrines, there are agreements which were made, dictated by the colonialists. The Africans need to start by destroying all those agreements. So Omona, so dope, so wise, I'm now confident in him. He's a Pan-African. He's someone who knows the history of Acholi and is unintelligent. Our suffering started in the time of the British because we wanted our thing to continue the way we wanted. And that's all. Thank you.